If you ever tried planning a trip to Cinque Terre or anywhere in that area of the Italian Riviera, you already know the problem isn't lack of information. It's too much of it. It's overwhelming. Different villages, different logistics, different advice everywhere you look. In this video, I'm going to walk you through how I actually use Lucia, our Italy travel AI, to plan a trip from scratch. No prep, no scripts, no perfect prompts, just a real planning session. That way you get to see how I'd actually do it before booking anything. Key intent is set expectations and just walk through it very calmly and casually. So here's a pretty common scenario. Excuse me. Let's say I'm planning this trip for late spring and I want to feel relaxed, not rushed, trying to figure out where to stay and how to structure the days. This is actually a real life scenario for me. This is exactly where most people get stuck. So let's start there. So we're gonna start with a simple prompt, and I've got one here that I've prepared, and I'm gonna just paste it into the prompt box. I'm planning a 4 to 5 day trip to Cinque Terre in May. I want a relaxed pace, good food, scenic views, and easy logistics. I'm open to staying in one base or splitting stays. No, that's pretty accurate for my purposes. And then what I'm watching for here isn't the perfect itinerary. It's too soon for that. It's how it frames the trade-offs. When the results appear, we're going to notice how this isn't just listing villages, it's explaining why certain bases work better, but depending on pace and luggage. So it came back with this is a great instinct. It's one of the few months where a relaxed trip is actually possible if you structure it well. I'll give you clear recommendations first, then a couple of good variations depending on how slow you want to go. My clear recommendation for relaxed, food-focused, low stress is stay in one base, Monterosso, or Levanto, and do gentle day trips. Skip hotel hopping between villages. I like that a lot, and I wanted to try to avoid that, so that's good. Why this works in real life, trains between villages are frequent and fast, but stairs and luggage are not. The month of May already has crowds midday. Returning to a calmer pace in the evening matters. And then restaurants are better enjoyed when you're not racing to the last train. And it gives some pictures, some images, which look amazing, very beautiful, and indicating best if you want and reality checks for each of these areas with the images shown. I like it. But if you want quieter evenings and better value food, larger rooms, local truth, many repeat visitors quietly prefer Levanto and only visit the Cinque Terre villages. Cool. Here's a relaxed 4 to 5 day rhythm, not a rigid schedule. It's giving me day one arrival, settle in, two villages max, morning, lunch, afternoon, and back for dinner. Day three, scenic but easy. Day four, boat day. Day five, revisit your favorite village. And about hiking, important expectation. This is something I'm starting to understand is that the famous trails involve hundreds of steps. They're beautiful, but not casual strolls. I usually recommend one short section at a time or none at all. Should you split your stays? I don't recommend it for a 4 or 5 day trip unless you're very comfortable packing and moving. And one quick question to refine this is, are you traveling as a couple, solo, or family? Once I know that, I can fine tune. I'm going to just say couple, keep it simple. And then I've got another prompt here I prepared. It's responded perfect. Here's how I'd shape it for a romance, scenery, and ease. This is really super. All right. I've got this other prompt here. So let me go ahead and do this. And it's asking for a comparison between staying in one place versus the other for this kind of trip. Compare staying in Monterosso versus Manarola for this trip. And I apologize if I'm not pronouncing those correctly. I don't speak Italian. And this is where Lucia really shines when you start getting into peeling back the layers, as I like to say. There's a clear real world comparison of those two places. Unbelievable. Telling you which place does better with regard to luggage, train access, evenings, vibe. Like it. Trade-offs. Cool. Lease postcard, but easier in terms of it looks like luggage and train access for sure. It's more spread out. And then this is what the other town does better. It's more iconic. Sunset glow is genuinely magical. I like that. Compact charm, where it's hard in practice. I'm going to guess it's got a lot of stairs. Uphill walk every return to the train. Evening's very crowded until late. And then it gives a nice little head-to-head summary. That's very useful. And the honest verdict for your trip is stay in Monterosso and visit Monterosso. That combination gives you zero arrival stress, flexibility with trains. This is really good. And what I like here is that it matches real experience. If you traveled here before, you'll probably recognize these trade-offs immediately. If you haven't, this is the kind of clarity that prevents regret later. All right, and there's another prompt we're going to do here. I'm going to add one more prompt. Considering that recommendation, and suggest a relaxed 4-day structure based in Monterosso, and we'll see what Luisa comes back with, or Lucia. I'm sorry, I'm still learning how to pronounce the name. And so all this, what we're doing here is really how we would actually use it. It's especially useful before you book hotels or lock in transfers. So you're doing things smartly and hopefully without making any mistakes. This is great. Here's the suggested 4-day itinerary, calm, realistic, with the base in Monterosso. I like this a lot. Day 2, Varnaza, morning, midday, afternoon, evening. Day 3, Manarola, golden hour. That looks incredible. Morning, late afternoon, dinner. Key tip, Manarola is best late, not all day. Choose your mood. Option A, do nothing. B, quiet and views. C, boat, only if seas are calm. Good tip. What I intentionally left off here is the all 5 villages checklist, big hikes, late night, ferry dependencies. I like that. Final rhythm rule, 1 anchor base, 1 emotional highlight per day, 1 slow meal that runs long. This is super. Okay, so you can see here that you're planning a trip like this to Italy and feeling overwhelmed, which I have been. You can try Lucia for free. No login required, no account, no credit card. And if you want a clear start, I've put together a simple Italy Start Here guide that walks you through the different paths on where you are in the planning process. On screen, next video, I'll show you how Lucia compares to using GPT for the same planning task, which I think is going to be fascinating. I'm looking forward to that. So final notes, it's good. I like it. I enjoyed it and get something out of it. And this is really all just to begin getting folks oriented to this notion of a AI travel agent. And these videos, fourth one, I think, and they're going to get better each time. They have been, and next one will be even better. So I'm going to stop recording now.